Welcome to this foundational episode where we discuss the rules of engagement for our future discussions. For if you are to speak to one another, we must first discuss the rules of said discussion. What? Discussions have rules? Yes, they're usually implicit, but we know they are there when they are broken, or when one side thinks they are. That's what we call the social contract. But first, hit the like and subscribe buttons to help this channel grow and reach a wider audience. Appreciated. Let's start with versioning. Here, at the top right corner, the number after the decimal point will be updated when making a change to the wording. Typos and punctuation errors will be corrected without any change in version numbering. Changing the number appearing in front of the decimal point will occur for substantive edits. You can find the album for all revisions on this channel's About page. Now, let's talk about the rules and their underlying principles. 1. Watch the segment to the end. We all know React content is popular, and we all know the urge to react to things immediately. But it's important to watch an entire argument before responding. Things might appear different midway through before reaching conclusions, especially as I'll be making some arguments in order to counter them. It is the difference between having thoughts and expressing them with certainty. 2. Comparisons don't mean I find things equal. Comparisons can create connotations, and some make moral arguments, but in my videos, I often compare to identify similarities and differences. For example, comparing transgenders to pedophiles is a categorical error, as one pertains to gender identity, while the other to sexual attraction. Comparisons help us understand the distinctions between things, and to identify these boundaries. Furthermore, you can't tell things are not similar without comparing them, even if only implicitly. 3. Not all arguments are intended to be equally good. Sometimes arguments are weak but illustrative, offering insights rather than convincing positions. They help us examine various perspectives and evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of different arguments. Sometimes bad arguments will be made because they are common in the outside world, and we should address them. Finally, I might present a series of arguments that span a spectrum of viewpoints. Each listener will likely find their own comfort zone, their Goldilocks spot within this range of arguments. The purpose of presenting these different viewpoints is to enable individuals to consider and establish their own stance on the matter. 4. I am not trying to convince you. My goal is not to persuade you, but to present different perspectives and encourage critical thinking. Attempts at persuasion often lead to entrenchment and hinder open dialogue. I aim to provide a multidimensional picture for you to form your own opinion. 5. Assume what I say, unsourced, is preceded by I think or in my opinion. While I may omit qualifiers, it's unnecessary to waste time and space on empty verbiage. Consider everything you hear as someone's opinion, including mine. Scientific discourse aside. 6. Most questions aren't rhetorical. I ask questions to provoke thought rather than delivering predetermined answers. Take a moment to contemplate your response and consider different perspectives. Pausing the video to think is encouraged. Some questions I might not have any answers for, and I value hearing your opinions. Finally, I ask all reactions or clips to my videos that contain arguments also show the rules of engagement I will be showing in every video, as the rules start with context and also end with context. Context matters, and this sheet provides some of the context and tells you of the rest that might be missing if you only watch some of my content outside of the full video. With this foundation set, you can explore a wide range of content together. Thank you for joining me. Be well and do good.